Hey everyone, welcome to my first video on Leo the Lurker, where I'm going to read you Reddit stories and react to them, and we'll see what kind of drama and messes we can get into. If you are here for the first time, I actually have a second channel called Leo the Lefty, where I do uh, different stories that I tell you while I work on a piece of art. I will do true crime, history, unsolved stuff, paranormal, folklore, all kinds of things like that. And I work on a piece of art while I tell you all about it. So check that out. It's at Leo the Lefty 13 on YouTube. And if you're into that sort of thing, maybe you'll like it. But this channel is for lurking Reddit, and that's why I decided to be Leo the Lurker. So let's start out with our first story today, which is from the Am I the Asshole subreddit, and it's by user educationalpic368. Am I the asshole for telling my husband that my stepdaughter can't return home until she pays my daughter back? That sounds like we're already going to get into some stuff. All right. I, 30 female, have a 14-year-old daughter, Leia. Married my husband, Mark, 46 male, 6 years ago. He has 2 children from a previous marriage, Koi, 16 male, and Coral, 14 female. Me and Mark have the kids full time, but his kids live with their mom for a few weeks during the summer. They moved into my lake house, which has 5 bedrooms. 2 of the bedrooms upstairs have bathrooms. My daughter had one of those rooms. But as the girls began high school, Coral began complaining about not having a bathroom and said it's unfair. Mark and Coy told her to stop complaining. Leah said it was fine and asked if she could turn the basement into her room. I didn't take that idea, but I didn't like that idea, but she begged. So I agreed. Turns out my daughter wanted a room makeover, so this worked out. We gave the kids allowance and allowed them to get a work permit. Coy worked at an arcade and told the girls he could get them jobs. Coral refused to work, but Leah agreed. After 5 months of saving her allowance, she able to buy everything she needed to decorate. Coral never bothered to go down there because she believed it was full of spiders, but Coy was down there every day helping her. After a week, she completely transformed the basement. She invited everyone down and it was stunning. I didn't even know that computer towers could be clear. She looked so proud. Coral then screamed that it wasn't fair and she wanted the basement now. Everyone began yelling at her, but she began crying, and before we know it, she ran over to the computer and threw the tower on the ground. The glass shattered and one of the monitors fell on the floor, also breaking. Okay, absolutely not. That's an outburst of anger. That's definitely been bottled up, and she needs some help. Alright, let's keep going. My daughter cried, as one would, and I explained to Mark that Coral has to pay for this. He said her emotions are just high and that we'll get situated when everything calms down. I ran to Coral and yelled, saying that she's on punishment. Mark didn't agree, but I didn't care. Coral was unnecessarily crying and ran to her mother's car. Coy was trying to help my daughter, and Mark tried to hand her $300, but Coy explained that Coral caused about $1,000 worth of damages. He said luckily the expensive pieces in the case were saved, but the case itself was about $450 and the monitor was $200. Mark explained that he doesn't have that kind of money. So I said she can't come back until my daughter's stuff is repaired with a sincere apology. Coy agreed, and Mark was upset, saying he couldn't do that to his daughter. You better do something. I told him to leave if that's the case. Mark left for a few hours and handed my daughter a check for $1,000. I explained that Coral can't come back if there's no punishment. My husband's ex-wife is saying that I'm banning her from our home because she didn't deserve that bigger space and that we were treating Coral unfairly. But I said she did that. There was nothing unfair about the situation. Sorry, that's worded kind of differently. The ex just hung up. Now my husband's ex-in-laws are bombarding him with phone calls saying he's a horrible dad. His sister even said that he's being a bad parent and they're best friends, so it's really getting to him. This happened last night and hasn't gotten up yet. Should I apologize? No, but your stepdaughter should. I mean, kids fight, it's what they do, but you got to rein it in on both sides. And I mean, she can't just go around causing crazy damage like that every time she doesn't get her way, especially when she isn't putting any ambition forward to get what she wants. Um, Not the asshole, in my opinion, but you know, it's hard when you're a step parent and you know, you really don't want to overstep your bounds and parent another child that isn't yours, but when it's affecting your child, it's really hard not to say something. And you would expect your partner to back you up, especially in an incident like this. It would be one thing if they had both been at each other's throats and destroying each other's property, but this was clearly an outburst, and that's not okay. They need to get that kid some help. She's clearly very upset, and she needs somebody to talk to other than her parents, and hopefully they can get her some therapy for anger management. So, most of the comments seem to say not the asshole. There's one super, super long one here, and I don't know if I can read all of it, but I'll read part of it. She's old enough to know that what she did was wrong. True. She wanted a room with a bathroom. She got that. True. Her bio brother offered to help her get a job for extra money, and she refused. True. She refused to go in the basement before this because of spiders. Yep. All of her own making. And it goes on and on like that, breaking down each point of the story. So it, you know, just kind of lays out what we already all probably think, that, you know, she kind of threw a little hissy fit because she didn't get what she wanted, but I'm presuming there's some underlying issues there with anger and hurt feelings and probably the stress of the divorce and blended families and all that, but it's not something that they can't recover from. I mean, she's 14. That's not so bad. I mean, she's just angry. And yes, she should apologize, and yes, she should work to repay it, and it'll be a valuable lesson learned, but I don't think she's a bad kid. I think she's just in a bad way, and she just needs to get some help, and I think she'll be okay. And probably 10 years from now, she'll look back and think, oh my God, I was terrible, how embarrassing, but she'll be all right. Alright, the next post is from the Would I Be the Asshole subreddit from user DearCrest7741. Throwaway because the kids browse Reddit. I'm a 29 female, and my 38 male husband had so far ruined everything leading up to my birthday. Let me start by saying I love his kids, have since I was first introduced to them as little ones. His kids are 17 male and 14 male, and do not do well when it comes to birthdays. Last year on my birthday, the kids ate half of my cake and got pissed off with my decorations because it wasn't about them. This year it's a huge milestone birthday for me, as honestly didn't think I'd make it to 30. But he's telling me to include his kids in everything. He hid my party decorations because it would make his kids jealous. He told me a gift I'm going to receive would be perfect for his oldest, not me, and he wants to get me something that he wants, a custom wrestling title belt. What the hell? What? What is this? Okay, calm down, Leo. Calm down. I've told him numerous times that I wanted what I wanted from him, which was a $20 Lego set. That's all. I mean, that's like she gave him a gift by telling him exactly what she wanted, and it's only 20 bucks. I mean, that's so easy that you should have done it months ago whenever she told you, because I know she told you months ago. But he wants the belt. It's not his birthday. So I bought my own gifts this year. You go, girl. I also had to ask my mother to pick up my birthday cake, as he won't bother to order it or pick it up. What is this man? And what is happening? It's not even a fancy cake. It's from a grocery store, and now he expects me to buy him candy and take him out for my birthday, and he wants someone to watch his kids while we go out. So would I be the asshole if I tell him I don't want his kids over for my birthday? No, but honestly, like, I don't like to jump on the divorce bandwagon, but at least have a serious conversation about, like, you existing as a person. Because I don't think any of these three people are aware of that. That's insane. No, you wouldn't be the asshole, but it's not about his kids. It's about him and you. Like, he clearly thinks of you as some sort of accessory or doormat or something. Like, he just wants somebody to help him take care of his kids because he clearly has no. I'm sorry, I'm speechless. You want to get her a gift that your son would like? A wrestling belt? A wrestling belt? If she was a fan of wrestling, that would be awesome. But she wants a $20 Lego set. Dude, get her the Lego set and save your marriage. Oh, man. And put your children in therapy and... Oh, my gosh. Okay, let's pick a random comment. I wouldn't even deal with your husband's nonsense. I would go on vacation with your mom and send pictures back. Happy you're not angry. Okay, more information that sounds suspect as fuck. Why is everyone in this story sounding like a small child in behavior? I mean, it sounds like she puts up with it, but yeah, stand up for yourself. And if the man boys and the boys in your life don't like that, then hit the road. Go somewhere else. You deserve better. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Okay, wow, what a jerk. Is he as selfish in all areas of life? I don't see the point of being with him if he is. And then somebody else, Wooden Oak 88 says, if this is the love you think you deserve, then you are an asshole mostly to yourself. You need to think about a divorce. I'm so serious. I mean, honestly, yeah. Okay, here we go. The kids are not the problem here. Your husband is. Why are you married to someone who doesn't respect you? Yes, this 100%. 100%. My goodness. Okay. Well, that one got me hot under the collar. Because sometimes, y'all, the bar is so low, and all you have to do, like, would it kill you to just, like, celebrate your wife's birthday in a sweet way that doesn't involve giving your spoiled children everything they want and making the day about them and tiptoeing around them? I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Do better. Do better. Okay, the next post is from Relationship Advice and user Reveal Turbulent 217. My husband, 29 male, secretly keeps my 28 female panties and cuts holes in them. Why does he do that? Because he's off. So my husband, 29 male, and I, 28 female, have been together for 10 years and married for 6. Met first week of college and got married right after graduation. And I love him dearly, would not hesitate marrying him again in our next lives. But I realized something strange and not sure what to make of it. I was cleaning up the closet and found a bag of new unworn lingerie along with my panties inside with holes cut in them. Creepy. Guess that's why I keep losing them. Well, you're not losing them, honey. They're being stolen from you and hoarded and hidden, which is very, very creepy. It's a series of creepy moves, one creepier than the next. So just keep thinking about that. I was curious and asked him. He said the new lingerie was meant for me, but he was too shy to show me and denied stealing my panties. Yeah, he stole them. He said he probably just by mistake took them when doing laundry and the holes were from the washing machine. Okay. What do you want to bet this dude doesn't even do laundry? I don't find that convincing because they are obviously kept in the same bag by intention, but I stopped questioning him. Why? Why do we always just drop it? When something is weird and creepy like this, I mean, if you feel unsafe, I understand that, but it seems like you were just like, oh, I don't want to annoy him. Okay. I feel bad about it because we both grew up in extremely conservative cultures, hence no premarital sex. And had issues with having sex early in our marriage. I thought we went past that and can openly talk about whatever fantasies, preferences with each other, but sounds like he still feels uncomfortable sharing his thoughts. I wish we could be honest with each other. Knowing that he keeps secrets from me makes me uncomfortable too because I try to openly tell him everything. Also, they are very expensive panties. Well, yeah, the good ones always are. I want to let him know I won't judge him for any fetishes or preferences he has, and we can just talk. But he doesn't really want to open up about it again. Should I keep encouraging him or just let him continue doing this? After all, he's entitled to his secrets. Okay, he's entitled to privacy, but this involves stealing from you. Your intimate objects, your underwear, are being stolen and cut up and hidden. It would be one thing if you found his stack of Playboys, which would probably be worth a ton of money now. But this isn't his stuff. This is your stuff. It's disappearing. It's expensive. They're yours. It doesn't matter. He needs to explain himself. And unless he starts to become dangerous, you need to keep pressing. And just tell him, you know what? From now on, I'm counting my underwear. Another pair goes missing, and you're going to tell me what's going on. Or, just tell him straight up, since he's done this to your items, you deserve to know. You deserve to know why he's doing this. And maybe if it is some sort of fetish thing, tell him, you'll buy him some cheaper ones and he can have a heyday with it. But not yours and not your expensive underwear. This kind of behavior, I don't think it's a fetish. Because I think if it was a fetish, he would buy his own. Yes, in the days where a man might have to walk into a store and buy women's underwear, that might have been complicated. But come on, people, we have Amazon. He could have them shipped to the house or to work or wherever, and he could buy his own if it was a fetish. And he would, because most people with harmless fetishes buy their own toys and paraphernalia, and it's perfectly harmless. No problem. But he's stealing your stuff, and then he's gaslighting you, telling you that, oh no, it's the washer. Like, it's not the washer, and he knows that you know it's not the washer, which is where the gaslighting comes in. Because he's challenging you to push harder, and you're not doing it. So you should do it. Alright, so, this is from relationship advice, but I don't know why he's doing it. I can't tell you why. Only he can tell you why, and you need to keep pushing him to tell you why. Somebody says he's wearing lingerie when you're not around, and that would be fine. Like, I hope that's it. My gosh, I hope that's it. Like, if that's all it is, then it's perfectly harmless. But the fact that it's her items that he's destroying and hiding from her, and then telling her that, oh, the washer did it. Oh, I don't know how they got in that bag in my closet under my stuff and all blah, 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 blah. When there's two people that live in the house and there's a hidden bag of one person's underwear, either the person who owns the underwear did it or the person who doesn't did it. There's two people in the house. Nobody broke into your house and cut up your panties and put them in a bag and put them in your husband's stuff. You need to figure out why he's doing this. OP says, I'm completely fine with that and just wish he would share this. See, he needs to know that you're fine with that. And then y'all can talk about it. You can talk about buying more in his size or whatever. That would be fine, but the cutting them up, that's still, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here we go. User Elephantian, I guess. And, why can't he buy his own underwear to do it with? Why is he taking your stuff and destroying it? That's a big one. That's my main one right there, is why hers? If you feel safe in the relationship, then just tell him that. He probably has a ton of shame around it, and it would be a good opportunity for him to feel accepted and loved. Once the dust settled, it would also be a decent opportunity to discuss boundaries and how lying, stealing, and damaging your things isn't acceptable. I agree with that. I mean, that's a good start. If you can kind of get to the central reason why he's doing this, hopefully it's far less disturbing. But if he, even after telling him that, if he doubles down and says, I didn't do it and everything, you've got bigger issues here, and there's more going on here, and I don't know. You might need to, take some time to think to yourself. And I mean, I suggest counseling, but this is one of those thin lines where Sometimes counseling makes things worse because it gives narcissists, abusers, liars, all that better tools to manipulate you with. And maybe single therapy for yourself would be good so that you can talk to a therapist and think about it on your own and get a different perspective. But I don't know about couples therapy unless he is willing to come clean and admit something, because this is it's not okay. It's not okay. Okay, so this next one is also from Relationship Advice with user Dzorg. My 38 female girlfriend, fiance, insists that I, 35 male, treat her like a princess. Literally, 24/7. How can I make her understand it's hurting my mental state? By not doing that. Refusing to do that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's read on and find out, shall we? Hey, hi guys and gals. I'm in a bit of a mood right now as I'm so confused as to what to do. I've been with my girlfriend for a year and a half and proposed to her recently. She has always had this sort of cute kid way of talking, but now it's becoming increasingly irritating. Okay, well, I mean, as she's 38, she shouldn't have a cute kid way of talking. Look, I'm 40, and I know I sound like a 4-year-old trapped in a well, but that's just my voice. I'm not trying to sound that way, but I also don't speak in baby talk, which I think is really off-putting when adults do it. She has said jokingly in front of my friends and parents that she wants to be treated like a princess 24/7. That sounds terrible. And says things after that sometimes along the lines of, and I will never think of myself lower than that ever again. Okay, she's been through something, which I understand, which is fine. I love her, so I treat her very well and respectfully like any woman should be treated. But now that this proposal has happened and I'm looking at kids spending the rest of my spending the rest of my life with her, and in doing that I'm also starting to think that, hey, she is an adult, not a princess, and I shouldn't bow down to her and give up on putting my side of the argument because she's crying and saying, why am I making her feel this way? Nope, that's manipulation and you shouldn't do that. These are very benign arguments, and it's usually something that you don't need to cry about all the time. And to top it off, she's getting this awful diva mentality that if I did anything close to that as a male would be 100% considered abuse. She absolutely refused to work and recently said that she wants to be looked after 100% of the time, as it's the man's job to treat her bubby like a queen. And she says these things not in a cute sort of way, but in a demanding sort of way. Creepy. Add on to the fact that she's now wearing plastic tiaras and fluffy Ugg boots all the time now. It's making it really hard to see myself spending the rest of my life with her. Keep in mind, this just started happening after she caught up with her old friends who are very much the same. I'm lost, guys. How can I put this across to her that she's a goddamn 250 or so pound 38-year-old woman and not a child anymore? You might have to put it to her just like that. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's not okay. And I mean, she probably thinks that she can just get away with it. Man, so I don't know if this post got deleted or what. I cannot get to the comments section, but I definitely think you need to tell her that, like, this engagement is going to have to be on pause until she gets herself reined in and maybe some help. Why does she, suddenly start acting this way? Talk to her. Communication. Talk to her. That's the best I can recommend. I wish I could see any comments, but it's not coming up, so I don't know if they deleted the post or what. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Oh, there is more. So sorry. Okay. Maybe I'm being out of line, but I swear this isn't how it's supposed to be. Saying it's the man's job to do these cliche things, but if I ever dared suggest to her to do some cleaning, cooking around the house, then I'm somehow a chauvinistic pig for saying that. Perhaps if I have to look after her princess, then she may have to treat me like a king, which I think is ridiculous, by the way. TLDR, can I get some advice on a woman that insists on being treated like a princess 24/7. If anyone has dealt with this sort of thing before, please help me out, and it would really be appreciated. Okay, I have an idea. So, this is a problem, and it's only going to get worse if you don't address it and you actually do marry her. So, you need to think about what you want, what you can tolerate, pros and cons list, highly recommend it. Just talk to her and tell her that you ain't feeling it. Like, this isn't cool, and you don't want to be that couple, And if it's because of the friends she has back in her life, tone it down. Or if she actually feels this way, maybe y'all need to go your separate ways because, hey, clearly y'all two both want separate things in the long term, and maybe it's time to not invest any more energy into this relationship if y'all can't figure it out. But, definitely talk to her. Tell her how you feel. And if she starts with a baby talk or acting like a baby or however she does it that bothers you, tell her that's exactly what I don't like. I will not have a conversation with you as long as you are acting like a baby. You're a grown woman. I'm a grown man. We're going to have a grown adult conversation. And if you can't do that, then I'm going to walk away, and you can let me know when you're ready to talk to me like an adult, because I am not a baby and you are not a baby. Just something along those lines so that she understands you're serious and doesn't try to deflect, because it seems like part of her technique is to, do the baby thing and deflect so that she can avoid responsibility and accountability. So don't let her do that. Just tell her that if that's how you're going to act, then I won't be talking to you until you can talk like an adult. Like, tell her it grosses you out when she talks like a child, and you want a grown woman. So that's my advice. All right, that's that post. Bye, everyone. Alright, well, that's it today for Leo the Lurker. If you like what you heard, give me a subscribe. I'm going to keep making these videos. Thanks for joining me for my first one. And I'm going to try to release these a couple times a week, as well as keep producing on my other channel, Leo the Lefty. And check it out. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Leave me comments on any of the, content I covered if you want to discuss it. I'll totally be happy to talk to anybody about it. So leave me a comment, leave me a like, give me a subscribe so you don't miss more episodes. I've definitely got more coming up. And for each episode, I'm going to do a different background. I'm trying to get different and interesting things to have a different background every time so that it's kind of soothing for you guys to look at while I read you craziness off of Reddit. So see you next time. Bye, everybody. Thanks.